Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Handikapable podcast with your host, Josue Maya. And today I'm going to be talking about my perspective on how I want the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection to be. Although I've seen a bunch of videos and a bunch of opinions on the game and how it's going to look and how it's going to play, here's my perspective on the game. For me, I think it's great for them to bring it back, to bring back the old OG games like Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat um Mortal Kombat 3, and the various versions of the Game Boy Advance Mortal Kombat games. To me, it's excellent. I don't have nothing to say bad about it. I love it. I think it's a great idea. It's about time. But here's the thing. People are gonna be talking and saying that um it's missing Mortal Kombat trilogy and they could have gave us Mortal Kombat 4 Gold, they could have gave us Armageddon, and they're saying all this stuff, man. And to me it's not right because one, we're lucky to even get anything after Mortal Kombat 1 and the way it turned out. I'm just happy we got what we got, you know what I mean? So me being a fan of Mortal Kombat and a real hardcore Mortal Kombat fan, I'm ecstatic. I'm excited for what the game has, what we have coming with the game, and to me it's excellent, and I believe it's gonna be a hit, and people just need to stop criticizing because one, they're saying, oh, they're not gonna put Mortal Kombat trilogy, they're not gonna put Armageddon, they're not gonna put Deception. Look, who knows what's gonna be in the full collection? I know they're gonna do updates, they're gonna do patches, they're gonna do all this good stuff to the game. Come on, man, y'all just gotta give it a chance. Y'all just gotta let the game come out first before y'all start knocking it for what it is. It hasn't even came out yet, and y'all already saying like, "Oh, I want trilogy. And they should have done this, and they should have done that." No, man, I'm just happy to get something. Something. It's gonna be a masterpiece. It's not gonna just be a game to me. It's gonna be the ultimate game of the whole year. It's gonna be everything everything in one package, all my childhood in one package. And to me it's great. What do I want different from the game? I think to me, as long as the mechanics and the AI for the computer is not atrocious like back in the day, like Mortal Kombat trilogy on the 64 version, because I never played it on the PS1. I only played on the 64 because that's what I had at the time when the game came out. The AI on that, you guys, the computer was so hard to beat. If you did not know the patterns of the AI, that AI would eat you alive. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I say I want it different. I say I want it easier. I don't want them to change anything about the game, you guys. I don't want anything to change about the Legacy Collection. Leave the AI the way it was, man. That was the fun part. The fun part was you would lose so many times in that game, but you love to play because it was so much fun. It wasn't technical. It wasn't who can do the biggest combo, who can pull out the biggest chain. It wasn't about that. It was just having fun. See, the thing is, Mortal Kombat has lost its essence because now with all these competitors and all these competitions out there, they don't have fun anymore. It's too structured. And what the Legacy Collection is gonna do, it's gonna take us back to that old time where we just sat in front of the TV and just played played the game. You know what I mean? And some people are gonna be like, "Oh, but what's the point of playing that if you're not gonna be competing?" Yes, I'm gonna be competing, but it's not gonna be at a level where I'm gonna be stressing out. Oh, I lost. I don't want to play the game no more. No, the whole point of playing the old school Mortal Kombat game was the more you lost, the more you had fun because you got to see the AI do all these fatalities and all these combos and all these immaculate stuff, and you were like, wow, I want to do this again, you know? And a lot of people are saying, well, they want, they want the perfect game. They want the perfect package. They want Trilogy to be in there. They want Deception. They want Armageddon. They want Deadly Alliance. They want all this stuff. But look what you're asking. You're asking to have all the old school games in one package, in one game. Do you realize what you are asking from them? You're telling them to compact all these games into one collection? No, it's not possible because then they would have to make a whole different other thing to support every single game because they all came in different systems. So we don't know if we're gonna get the Nintendo 64 version of Trilogy. We don't even know if we're gonna get Trilogy at all because Trilogy came out in Nintendo 64, then it came out in PlayStation 1, then they moved it to Nintendo 64. We don't even know what version of Mortal Kombat 1 we're getting. We're probably getting the one that was in the arcade or see what people don't know, we don't know what versions of the game we're getting. So the more versions you put in one package, the more they gotta do work on it. So to me, and this is just my opinion, I'm just gonna wait till the game comes out and I'm gonna play it and I'm gonna tell you, okay, I remember it, or maybe they should have done this. I'm not gonna say they should scrap the whole game and start all over because I'm lucky to even be alive to play the Legacy Collection after so many years because I've been playing Mortal Kombat ever since I can remember. So I've been through the old school games and I've been through the new games and it's night and day. But the thing was about the old school games. The thing is about old school games, Mortal Kombat especially. Now, I'm not knocking Street Fighter, and I'm not knocking Tekken because they're both good games. But I'm an avid Mortal Kombat player, and I'm gonna always be playing Mortal Kombat to the day I die. But the thing was about old school Mortal Kombat games, it wasn't so technical where like you would do the same combo and it would be considered spamming. Nowadays they want to make an excuse because you lost to this guy or you lost to that guy and you lost whatever. You want to make an excuse that they spam or they do the same thing. Go back to the old school game and see if they'll tell you the same thing. Play against the old school player like me, or play against the old school player like my uncle. We don't believe in spamming because before all this technical stuff and before the new games got brand new, we depended on 3 or 4 moves at a time. So we didn't have the luxury to be like, okay, we're gonna do something different. No, we went with what worked. If we had a little move that we knew, we would use it over and over and over and over and over and over because that's all we knew. We didn't know all this technical stuff that we knew now. Now they want to put a name to it. And I'm sure when they play the Legacy Collection, they're gonna be making excuses like, "Oh, you're doing the same thing. You're doing the same thing." Uh, Look what game you're playing. This is Mortal Kombat at its finest. We didn't have the luxury to have all these technical combos. We were barely able to make it by one character in the tower, and that was on novice. Novice was supposedly the easiest one, but we could barely get past Scorpion sometimes, or even Jade. Jade in the Mortal Kombat trilogy, she was brutal. In Mortal Kombat 2, boy, Katana, boy. You know, that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's like the old school games are like the most nostalgic part of anybody's childhood. Anybody that grew up with Mortal Kombat is gonna know what I'm talking about. It's not about how much you win in the game. It's it's the fun you have. And that's what Ed Boon is trying to do. He's trying to bring it back to the old days where we actually had fun and it wasn't about who can do this and who can do that and who's the best and who's the greatest. Just sit in front of the TV, get you a soda, get you some chips, and turn on the game and just play the fucking game for what it is. Have fun. And excuse my language because, I get passionate about myself. But don't sit there and say, don't badger the collection when it hasn't even came out yet. Don't do that. All these new generation people, and I'm not knocking y'all, man. Y'all got your own opinion about anything. But all y'all new generation just wants too much. You know, be happy that we're getting a legacy collection and be happy with what we get. And if I know Ed Boon, and I don't know him personally, like at a message level, but I know how he operates. I know his mind. He's not just gonna release the game and say here it is. He's gonna add stuff to it. He's gonna add stuff, and you never know. We might get exactly what we want. But the more we talk shit about it, the more we're sitting there and badgering the Legacy Collection when it hasn't even came out yet. He's in his right mind. Okay, Valky, man, if I was him, and this is just me speaking, if I was him, I wouldn't give us nothing, man. Cause the way we reacted to Mortal Kombat 1 was atrocious. Cause y'all got exactly what y'all wanted, but y'all still wanted something else. So he switched it up and gave you what you wanted. And then y'all still wanted something else. We can never be satisfied. And with this Legacy Collection, I'm just happy to be allowed to play it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that I'm not saying that I don't want trilogy and I don't want all the other games that I used to play. But hey, if I don't get trilogy in there, I'm not gonna knock it. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna buy it. Hell no, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna play the shit out of it, and I'm gonna have fun because it takes me back to when me and my cousins used to be in one room and we used to fight over who got what and who played who, and it was just fun, man, especially in trilogy, because we would hit the automatic combos. There was a function. There was a function on trilogy where you go in the options and you turn on automatic combos, and you would just. I would remember that I would get up close to them, and I would press. I forgot what button it was, whether it was the green button or the blue button, but I would press one of them, and it would do like an automatic combo or whatever, and I would automatically beat them. And that was the fun part. I hope they put automatic combos in there. And see, I'm not knocking the game. I hope they put certain things that I would like to see, like simple button remapping and automatic combos and the easy mode and all that stuff. It would help me out a lot, but if I don't get it, I'm not gonna say, "Oh, I'm not gonna play it because they didn't cater to my needs." And I'm gonna enjoy the game for what it is, and I'm just gonna be happy. Now, could I automatically be like, okay, I don't want this game because they don't have what I want. No, I can't be like that. I can't be like that because who am I to say, who am I to be so picky when I'm just one person and the creator of the greatest franchise who ever lived is giving us the Legacy Collection, and we're still gonna say we want this? No, we're gonna take what we can get and be grateful because he's bringing back Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3, and some of the Game Boy Advance versions of the game, so I'm not knocking it. People already being so critical of the Game Boy Advance versions when we don't even know what to expect for the whole game, because I know for a fact that that's not going to be all that's going to be in the package. There's going to be more. I guarantee you there's going to be more. He's not going to leave us with just those and be like, okay, be happy. No, he's going to spread it out so you keep wanting more, and people need to stop saying that he won't give us more because, believe me, if it was up to him, he is basically pulling out all the stops because he knows how bad Mortal Kombat 1 was received. He's trying to make up for it. And I get it because I don't knock the game. I love the game regardless. I still play Mortal Kombat 1. I play Mortal Kombat 11. I play Mortal Kombat X. I play all the more any Mortal Kombat that I can get my hands on, I'm play it. But people are like, oh, I want this game. No, people are even saying that they would want Shaolin Monks in the collection. What I like it would be cool to have Shaolin Monks, but that's just a far reach, man. That's just a far reach. I know. I have a feeling. I have a feeling. This is my opinion that Trilogy is gonna be in the game. So is Deadly Alliance. I don't know about Deception, but if I'm right, and I have a hunch that I am, Legacy is gonna be in. No, not Legacy. Trilogy is gonna be in there, and Deadly Alliance. Here's my opinion why. Because Deadly Alliance was the first. It was the first of many games to start the whole thing because it was Deadly Alliance, then it was Deception, then it was Armageddon, then it was, what was it? Shaolin Monks, and Mortal Kombat 9. We don't count DC versus Mortal Kombat because that was a bad game, but um Deadly Alliance was the one that started it all. Like all the modern day Mortal Kombat, Deadly Alliance was the one that started it. So I wouldn't doubt that Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance is gonna be in the game, but he's not gonna break it out right away. He's gonna make us wait for it. But if I'm right, and I know I'm probably 80% right, that Deadly Alliance and Trilogy is gonna be part of the collection. Not now, but it's gonna be part of it soon. Because how could they leave the two games that are the staple of Mortal Kombat? You think of Mortal Kombat, the first game that you think of besides Mortal Kombat 2 is Mortal Kombat Trilogy. So why wouldn't it be in the collection? And besides Trilogy, what other game do you think of? Deadly Alliance, because it was the start of the modern Mortal Kombat games. Before Deadly Alliance, they didn't even have that. So I think that Deadly Alliance and Trilogy is gonna be in the collection. I don't know about the other ones, man. That's a reach. That's a real reach right there. If y'all want Shaolin Monks, If y'all want Deception, if y'all want Mortal Kombat 4 Gold, if y'all want Sub-Zero Mythologies, I really don't think they're gonna be in there, but don't quote me on that. I could be wrong, but that's just my opinion. They'll probably try to put them in there, but for it to be a legacy collection, look at the name, bro. It says it in the name, Legacy Collection. What started the legacy? Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3, Mortal Kombat 4, Mortal Kombat Trilogy, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. That's what started the legacy. Without those games, you wouldn't have Mortal Kombat 1 on PS5. You wouldn't have Shaolin Monks. You wouldn't have none of these games. I mean, Mortal Kombat was the reason why games started getting ratings. They started that thing. So, what I'm trying to tell you, if it wasn't for Mortal Kombat, none of these other fighting games were trying to emulate what Mortal Kombat is. I mean, sure, Street Fighter and Tekken doesn't hold a candle to Street Fighter and Tekken has a big following. I'm not knocking them, but they can never hold a candle to Mortal Kombat because without Mortal Kombat, we wouldn't have all these games trying to be bloody and violent and all this stuff because Mortal Kombat was the one that started it all. So, in my opinion, without Mortal Kombat, you wouldn't have Street Fighter. Without Mortal Kombat, you wouldn't have Tekken. You wouldn't have Killer Instinct. You wouldn't have none of that. Killer Instinct Killer Instinct was a first, but look who lasted. Look who lasted the test of time. Street Fighter's holding on strong, but barely by a thread. But look here, man. Mortal Kombat will always be alive because of people like us. Because of gamers like us, we're keeping it alive. And some people don't like the Legacy Collection because, yeah, they weren't born in that era of the arcade. They weren't born with the old school games. But I was. So I'm ready for it. But my point is, if you really want to call it a Legacy Collection, put those main games that I just mentioned, and you got yourself the best collection ever. It'll blow it'll blow the the Capcom collection and shit. It'll blow it out the water because although they have Street Fighter and Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Mortal Kombat is still superior to this day, and I'll say it proudly because although Tekken has a big following, although Street Fighter has a big following, Mortal Kombat has stood the test of time with all the stuff they've done. There should be a legacy in itself because look at all the stuff they've done. They did the Mortal Kombat movie, the 94, no, 95 one, the old school one, the one that I like. They did the Mortal Kombat 2, which didn't do that good. I understand that. We don't talk about that version that much, even though I still have it. And they have all these movies on Max, all these Mortal Kombat movies and stuff. Look what movies they don't have. Look what movies Street Fighter don't got movies. Tekken, the movies are atrocious. I've seen one of them, and Street Fighter is not that memorable, bro. It's not ingrained in your head. Street Fighter is not up here. You may play it, but if it's not ingrained in your head and then it's not ingrained in your DNA, then it wasn't so impactful. But Mortal Kombat should be a legacy in itself because they got the movies, they got the merchandise, they got so many animated movies, they got TV shows that they didn't finish, they got so much stuff in the works. They even got a movie coming out now and it's still Mortal Kombat. Granted, it's not my style because it's new generation, but the point is, Mortal Kombat is here to stay, people, and it's rightfully said that the Legacy Collection should have those games. Look, I'll say it again. For it to be a perfect Legacy Collection, in my opinion, this is my opinion, no. It should have Mortal Kombat, Deadly Alliance. It should have Mortal Kombat Trilogy, Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3 is already in there. But to make it perfect, they should have those games to end it all. And Mortal Kombat 4. That's it. So it's Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3, that's already in there. Plus the Game Boy Advance versions. And they should put Mortal Kombat Trilogy in there later on. And Mortal Kombat 4 is in there. That's it. That's all they need. We don't need anymore. That's the legacy right there. All those games I just mentioned, that's the legacy. That's what started it all. They should keep it that way. They shouldn't try to put more and more games. They should just keep it that way. Keep it simple. And if they want to throw Sub-Zero Mythology in there, they should. But I don't recommend it because that game was hard and that game was not good in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? And that's what makes the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection so good and so real that you can't wait to have it. You can't wait to have it in your possession. You can't wait to go in your room and lock yourself in there and play each game. Bro, I'm so excited. But to me, that's what the Mortal Kombat Collection should contain. I'll say it again. Although Mortal Kombat 1 through 3 is in there, and 4, they should put Deadly Alliance and Trilogy. That's the legacy right there. Those games are what made Mortal Kombat what it is today. I'm not talking about Mortal Kombat 1 now. I'm talking about Mortal Kombat 1 back in the day. Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, Trilogy, number 4, Deadly Alliance. Bro, that's all you need. You don't need any more. And if we do manage to get Armageddon at least, I'll take it. But if we don't, I'm not mad at it. But if they really want to call it a legacy collection, put the Alliance and Trilogy in there. That's all you need. You don't need any more games. That's what made the legacy a legacy. That's what makes it memorable. I can't tell you how many people still play Deadly Alliance to this day on the servers. I be seeing people play Deadly Alliance. I be seeing my boy Headlock. My boy Headlock, I follow him on YouTube. He's cool. He's nice. He's always so friendly on YouTube when you talk to him. My boy Headlock, he plays all the old school games, and he'll probably agree with me that Deadly Alliance should be in the Legacy Collection. Definitely, and definitely Trilogy. Because without those games, there wouldn't be any Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean? There wouldn't be any Mortal Kombat 1. There wouldn't be any Mortal Kombat 11 without Deadly Alliance. Deadly Alliance was the one that started it all the modern day. All the modern day gaming. That's where it started. And that's why it should be in the collection. And people need to understand that Ed Boom is not done with the game yet. Ed Boom is not done with the game because some people are gonna be like, oh, it's not what we wanted and it's not right. They should put Trilogy first. Man, we don't even know that if he's done or not. He's gonna put Trilogy in there. If you're smart, he'll do if you're smart, he's gonna do exactly what I'm telling you. He's gonna put that. Look, finally, the last time, and this is what I'm gonna say before I get off. To make it a perfect collection, this is the order the game should be in the package in the collection. Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3, Mortal Kombat 4, Mortal Kombat Trilogy, and Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. That's all you need. That's all you need to make it perfect. All you need. And the Game Boy Advance versions of all the games, that's just a chef's kiss at the end of the day. That's all you need to make it a perfect collection. Those games that I just mentioned, that's a perfect way to put the ball on the present and give it to us. Perfect. Perfect. That's what you need to do. And people need to leave Ed Boon alone. And people need to stop talking shit about the game and let it come out and let us be the judge. And all these new generation people talking shit about our era. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because we're gonna challenge you at every turn. You may be good at Mortal Kombat 1. You may be good at Mortal Kombat 1 in the Combat League and casual and all that good stuff. But remember, we paved the way for you people to play. We paved the way to make it okay to do that. We paved the way to do we made it possible for you guys to have Mortal Kombat 1 because without the old school fans, you wouldn't have Mortal Kombat 1 or Mortal Kombat 11. So know your place and respect these gray hairs. You understand me? And the next time people want to challenge my expertise that I don't know what I'm talking about and this and that, don't do that. Cause I'll stand toe to toe with you and tell you what you're doing wrong. Believe me, all these new generation people think they know everything about Mortal Kombat. I study Mortal Kombat. I live Mortal Kombat. I breathe Mortal Kombat. Without Mortal Kombat, I wouldn't be who I am today. So don't question my credentials. I may lose in the Combat League, yeah, but I stand with the best of them and I took the best of them out. Believe that. And I'm not talking shit because I can. I'm talking shit because I know what I'm talking about. And I have taken out the best. They don't put it on YouTube or nothing, but I have taken out the best, and they know who they are when I talk about it. They know who they is. So next time you want to challenge my expertise just because you got a little bit of matches under your belt, don't do that. Cause I'm old school player, baby. I do what I do and I know my shit. Believe that. So with that being said, thank you for watching episode 9. What I want to be in the Legacy Collection. That's the name of the episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate the support. And thank you, I appreciate it. And tune in next time for the next episode. Thank you. Have a nice day. Peace.